Welcome out then, viewers. Earlier than I expected, but it's another episode of the series. We're on the Switch, the Nintendo Switch. It's a Football Manager Touch, and we're going to see how we get on in 2 games, so 2 matches, back-to-back action. I mean, that's what we're all about here. Now, I wasn't sure if I was going to do this where I sort of skipped a few games, but I feel like there's some jeopardy already. I think the series might come to a premature end if we're to lose the unbeaten streak. But Wigan are the first team we're playing today, and this could be a battle of the best. You can see there are Wigan there, 63 points this season. Charlton are the only team to separate us, and this is set to be a very difficult game for Blackburn. Should be quite good fun though. So we're going to be out the schedule, and if you look at the games that we've got coming up, you can see Wigan there, Rochdale, Shrewsbury, Oxford. I mean, relatively easy games. Like the Charlton games out of the way. They're the closest rival. They're done for. Pompey are in there as well, so it could get tricky towards the end of the season. Some decent sides in there, but I think this Wigan game right now could be the biggest test. I guess we'll have to wait and see. Right, in terms of team selection, it's anarchy, viewers. Danny Graham started last game. I think we can all agree didn't have his best performance in a Blackburn shirt. So Peter Wickham's going to come in. That is a segue, isn't it? In the centre, we've got a red card to Richie Smallwood. He's decided he's suspended. Too many yellow cards for Richie. He's been misbehaving. Ben Gladwin's going to come into the bench for him. I think to start with, at least, we may well stick with what we know. I mean, this is the formation we used last time. We didn't lose the game. I do think we need to probably change Peter Wickham up to maybe an advanced player. That is risky. We've got a lot of playmakers all of a sudden in the centre. What we could do, Bradley Dack, I mean, he's a good player, is Bradley, but he didn't perform particularly well. You can't drop Bradley Dack. Look at that facial hair. All right, but Dack remains. He survives. And then Danny Graham. I mean, how much can you trust him? It's a Graham, it's Marcus and Antonsen. Or do we play Marcus instead? He's got a lot of pace, Marcus. Finishing, dribbling, first touch. They're not bad, but they're not great. He scored a few goals this year. That's tricky. I think we're going to stick with Graham. Look, Wigan's a big game. Danny Graham's a man for big occasions. Let's do it. He's got 8 goals this season. That's good enough for me. But is he an impact player? That's the question. Should you be starting with the likes of Adam Armstrong? Or is Marcus the one? We're going to change it to fluid. We've got a lot of playmakers out there. Let's try and work our phases of play slightly more elaborately and see how we go. Come on then. Play this. Let's play this and let's cause some danger. Okay, pressure on. I mean, we're invincible as of right now. I don't know who's in the cups, but that's not the challenge. Those are the buttons for those that are interested. I feel so free. I could do all sorts while I'm doing this. I could knit. I could do anything. That's not the universal sign for knit, is it? Right then, Wigan. Do you want some? I'll give it to you. Question is, at what point will we switch things up? Yeah, okay. I do find myself pressing buttons by accident occasionally. That's something I've got to learn to love. Right then, here we go. Second game. We'll get back to the 3D again. Enjoying this, and let's see how we do. Ball's put in. I mean, already we're under pressure. We're in our more famous blue and white kit for this one. They've hit the bar. Since last episode as well, I figured out, I think it's good, isn't it? Look, we're learning together. That's the point of this. I figured out that you can change the camera angle. So we're going to switch things up. We'll go to 2D Classic because it's what I know, it's what I love. I want to see what it's like on the Switch. And I guess we'll go from here. If we go back to the pitch view, there it is. Look at that. Oh yes, now I feel at home all of a sudden, viewers. As you can see, I mean, this is maybe what the problem was in game 1. I just wasn't used to the surroundings. It's cold though, bringing it forward for Wigan, and this could spell panic. That's zooming in and that. Ben, stop it. Walker. I mean, I like it though. Walker on this left hand side. Wigan coming forward. We've got to defend it well. Will Grigg's on fire. Oh, of course he is. It's classic Will Grigg in many ways. Why can't Danny Graham be on fire? I mean, we'll see it again in this replay. Walker's got it. I mean, this is the first goal we've seen, viewers, so it's nice. It's just nice to see the game in a different form. Will Grigg from close range powers it home, and it's a threat. I mean, I think we will continue this just to see how dominant we can be, how badly the Invincible Challenge can go. I think it will tell me, oh, you failed, which could be very early in the lifespan of the series. Mulgrew out to Chapman, and maybe, just maybe, we can get back into this. Chapman on this left-hand side, forward to Danny Graham, flicks it to that post. Hello, anybody? Oh, come on. Disappointing. Massively disappointing. And Will Grigg now, I mean, he's already scored 1. He could cause us more problems. Grigg takes on his man, ball into the middle. Raya does well. Very good goalkeeper, Raya, as well. So I'm pleased we've got him in there. I mean, I imagine he's a key part to the Invincible streak. So far, all I've done is draw, and now we're losing. So it's not a great start to the Invincible campaign, is it? Payne, because he was called Payne. Chapman, as he brings it forward again. He seems to be our danger man as Chapman, but he's lost out again. And the ball forward, Will Grigg. This could be 2-0. We're 11 minutes in. Will Grigg. I mean, another big save from the goalkeeper. We're at home. I feel like we should be doing a bit more here. We're gonna control it for a portion. I'll just see if we can get a grip of this, because right now Bradley Dack once again starts this game. Is letting everybody down. Wigan have turned up at Ewood Park, and they're mugging us right off. We've got Rochdale after this, but what use is that game if we've already lost the Invincibles streak? What I'm really proving here, viewers, is that Football Manager is very difficult, and if you do well at it, you're very skilled. Half an hour gone, and we're seeing little to no action. This is a major concern. I mean, we're getting to half time here, and I mean, you're looking at the stats in the centre view as much like I am, and you're seeing a demolition job, and it's not in our favour. Up towards Bennett, though. Can he win that? No, he can't. Come on, get a grip, boys. Somebody do something. Dak, produce some goods. That's not good enough. I mean, on any level, it's not good enough. Burns there at the back, Walton, and they work it out quite nicely. Wigan are playing sensational football. I should really have managed them instead. Whittingham, though, into Bradley Dack, and maybe the Dackinator hasn't finished quite yet. It's Danny Graham with a nice ball out to Chapman on this left-hand side. Can he play it back inside, maybe? Or can he find Danny Graham? Bradley Dack, he's back on it. Into Bennett now. Chance of Blackburn. No, it's not. It's not a chance of Blackburn. I mean, it is sort of a chance. Elliot Bennett there, not doing what I expected from him. Been around the block, Elliot Bennett. I think he's a former Premier League player at one point. So, are you having a laugh at your ref? Ref, come on, ref. It's a dive. He's taking it. It's a red card. I mean, it's a disaster. I mean, he was suffering last game, and now Bradley Dack's going to have to be sacrificed. Actually, maybe not. Danny Graham's getting sacrificed. We're going strikerless. That's right. Things have heated up here, viewers. Stopper. 2 stoppers in there. I mean, we're going to have to counter now as well, aren't we? Let's get these wide players. Look, Bennett wanted to attack last episode, and I restricted him. No more restriction. Chapman on that side, he wants to attack. Let him. We're potentially a bit too playmakery in the centre. That might be causing a problem for us. He wants to be a Mazzala, which is quite attacking, isn't it? He can do that then. Whittingham, deep line playmaker on defensive duties. We're having to flip reverse it on your baby here. Right, we're down to 10 men. If we come out from this, it's a miracle, isn't it? Unbeaten Blackburn. We'll see if that continues. Right, at half-time then. Not particularly good, viewers. If you go into the tactical screen, though, which I think is probably best at this stage. Now, what do you change at this point? Both defenders... See, one likes to attack a lot more. See, this is the problem. I'm trying to play them in their happy, natural roles. I don't know if that's going to work. Nyambi on this side as well. If he wants to be a defensive fullback, let him be a defensive fullback, Ben. Stop restricting him. Raya's not happy. No one's happy. I mean, if we're being brutal here, viewers as well, I really should have dealt with this beforehand. It's too little, too late. There's a half to go. Come on, boys. We're in the blue. They're in the black, and yeah, I'm still enjoying the zoom tool a bit too much, if anything. Okay, throw in. I mean, the back's against the walls job here. We're on the counter attack. We're trying to break on them. We're sitting relatively deep as Will Grigg. Well, he's got the matches again, hasn't he? That's right. Will Grigg goes forward and shoots just wide. I was hoping we'd be able to firefight here. We would be the ones to put Will Grigg out. But it's not the case. As a corner's whipped in this time. Burns there. I mean, talking of fire. Morsey. Oh, it's a disaster, viewers. It's an absolute disaster. I've been invited to Football Manager HQ, you know. I've got a lovely view out of the window, and I'm going to have to go through in a minute and go, oh, by the way, boys, thanks for letting me play on the Switch for a bit, but you know, that Invincible challenge yet failed after 2 games, so you think it's bad. Imagine their reaction in a minute. Look, this isn't over, though. I still think we just ignore this one. You know when Arsenal called themselves the Invincibles, right, and everyone loved them? Didn't do it in cup games. Maybe we just won't do it against Wigan. Everyone else will get a beat. It's not over yet. Thrown in. That's the best highlight we've had. That is an issue. Burn, back to Walton, into Dunkley. Oh, we're at 6s and 7s here, folks. I mean, Will Grigg. I should have managed Will Grigg. It's quite clear. Danny Graham is I don't want to call him. Let's leave him out. We subbed him off early, right? We made choices, strong choices. We're going to bring on Armstrong. We're going to put him up front there. We're not going to play him in that position. I mean, there's a highlight developing behind us. I think we have to watch it actually before we can continue further. As really, it's been all Wigan, hasn't it? We've watched it, we've seen it. Out to Daniels, could be 3 here, could be over. Raya, good save. Save a sort. So can you put asterisks next to Invincible and then just put accept against Wigan? Is that an acceptable thing to do, viewers? I don't see I've got much choice, really. I've called it the Invincibles, though, haven't I? Oh God. Alright, let's get Armstrong. Let's put him up front. Tactically, I mean, as if it wasn't obvious already, I've got this all wrong. There's a long moment of reflection needed for this game because it's the end of an era. We could have got down in history, but no. I mean, I'm looking at the match stats there, viewers, and I can't help but think the red card has cost us here. 10 minutes left to go. It's now or never. Will Grigg on it again, causing problems. I mean, if we had to predict who's going to score the next goal. We're literally look, this doesn't count. This isn't counting. We're not counting this one. All right. You might think, Ben, the series is ruined. No, it's not. If it means I have to just do this with different teams until we are invincible, then that's what I'll do. I'm not watching the replay of that, obviously. It's embarrassing for everyone involved. I've not seen a 5.5 on Football Manager this year, and I've managed to produce it out of Elliot Bennett. There's a corner. Maybe this is going to be the greatest comeback ever. Bennett kicks us off. 4-4. Anyone? The ball's put in. Bennett's there. I mean, we've scored a goal. Every cloud. Right, it's going to be difficult to score 3 in the next 3 minutes, though. Will Griggs had a stormer. I mean, hats off to him. He's played very well. Very well. Almost too well. You know, we were going to play Rochdale today. I was going to include a bit of Rochdale action, but not after this. There needs to be a long, hard look in the mirror from me and the boys on the pitch, and we need to have a serious discussion. Look, I know what's going to happen. I'm going to go through. It's going to say, oh, you didn't do the challenge. Oh, well, didn't I? I mean, that is bold, isn't it? Oh, that's harsh, I think. That's harsh. Let me just hang on. I'll see you for the next episode. Might be with the new team. Don't fail. It's so brutal, isn't it? Continue with the career. Look, let's just not count Wigan. Bit of Photoshop, Ben. There you go. Look, no one's ever gonna know. No one's ever gonna know. It says it there. Look, we didn't get idiot. Oh. Goodbye, everyone. Goodbye.